Hello and welcome to Gardening Naturally of Green Fingertips with me, Josie, your natural gardening coach. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about the pH of your soil and how it can affect the plants living in your garden. When designing and when growing your garden, it's very important to know the pH of your soil, the condition of your soil as well, but the pH in particular. The pH is a measure of how acidic a substance is. So it's a scale from 0 to 14, 7 being neutral. Less than 7 is more acid and more than 7 is more alkaline. So it's worth checking your soil anyway, periodically through the year, in different parts of your garden. So not just do the same spot each time. Do different parts of your garden. Do like 5 or 6 different spots dotted around, because different areas of your garden, depending on the history of your garden and what's been planted there, what's grown there, and what it was before it was a garden as well, that can influence how acidic or how alkaline the soil is. So it's a good idea to do little areas throughout your garden, just test them every now and then, just through the year, just to keep an eye on what the pH is doing. This will help you to understand what's going on with your plants as well. So to put this in perspective, if you started a vegetable patch and you're not getting the results, the crops, you're not getting what you expect to, the plants in your garden aren't thriving, aren't growing as you would want them to. They're not happy. They're looking yellow and depressed, and they're showing strong signs of stress. This could suggest that they're growing in the wrong pH level soil. So this is why knowing the pH of your soil is so crucial. Get pH testing kits from your local garden centre, nursery, plant nursery. You can buy them online. You can get them from Amazon. Speaking, there's 2 sorts. You can have a litmus test kit. So you put the soil in the liquid and then dip the litmus test in, and it will tell you on the scale of the different colours where you are, acid to alkaline. You can get electric probe testing, so that you water the ground, you push the probe in, it's got a little scale on it that tells you between acid and alkaline, so the soil sits. So it's quite a good visual aid. You can see clearly where your soil sits. So it's really easy then to take that around the garden, water a patch, put it in, see where it sits. When you do these tests and you do get the results back, what do you do with them? How do you understand what to do with this information that's given you? So if you think about it on the scale, as I say, 7's neutral, and then anything less is too acidy, and anything more is more alkaline. 3 to 5 would be, if you got a reading back of, say, 3 to 5, you would be in the acid realm. The nutrients in the soil will become more soluble in this kind of acidic soil, and they would get leached out and washed away quite easily. So that leaves the soil very infertile, leaving the plants wanting for nutrients. So this can also leave the soil be very lacking in trace elements as well, which are just as crucial as the macronutrients that the plants need, that we all know about, like nitrogen, potassium and phosphates. So having this kind of soil isn't particularly handy for feeding your plants. It's going to stress them out much faster as well. And obviously anything less than 5, going down the scale, you're going to get more and more acidic as you get to sort of 0. So anything over 5, so 5, 6 and heading back into the neutral to the 7, that is good ericaceous compost level, ideal for supporting rhododendrons and azaleas, plants that like a bit more of an acidic soil. That's a nice comfortable kind of compost for acid loving plants. Upwards now, so we're going from neutral and we're going in more towards the alkaline. So this can lock up the iron and magnesium in the soil. It can also make the phosphorus more unavailable for the plants to take up. So they won't be able to take it up from the roots, meaning they'll become deficient. They'll become iron deficient and they'll become magnesium and phosphorus deficient. This would affect how they grow naturally, how they thrive as well. So phosphorus is a key macronutrient for plants and really helps with stem growth and root growth. So if phosphorus starts to get locked up in the soil, you're going to really affect how the plant can survive for long periods of time. If the root systems aren't developing and growing, then they're not going to be able to take the nutrients up, they're not going to be able to grow, and they're not going to be able to sustain themselves. So that's not so handy. So if you want to learn what you can add to the soil to help neutralise or make the compost in your soil more acidic or more alkaline, click this link here and I'll tell you all about it. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from Gardening Naturally with Green Fingertips, click the subscribe button, click it right here, and I will see you in my next video.